I don't know what's going on in 2025 anymore. This video was supposed to go up yesterday, right? But I didn't get the chance to do it, so I'm gonna do it right now. For the past like 5-6 months, I've been looking at vintage stuff because I lost interest in what's going on now. Simple. I mean, for the whole decade, I've been interested in like nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Back to like the 2010s. That's kind of like how my character, my personality is wrapped around with, because 2010s wasn't even that long ago. It was just here, right? But it feel like it was 50 years ago with how much the world has changed, right? And people was not going back to that. It's like so much has already been done, you know? We already lost so much rappers, we already lost so much actors, celebrities, and the norms of how it used to be is now seemed like it is old and you're out of touch and out of take and out of style, right? So, I mean, I don't know, you know, it's weird, right? But I already had my moments with like the 2010s, so I get bored and I want to explore more. So I started like looking up stuff that happened in history because I like history. History and math has always been like my favorite subjects in school, right? So with me trying to find out some more lit shit, why not just go back in the past? So let's go further than 2017, 2015, 2014, right? 2016. Let's go to like 1991. Let's go to the 80s, right? Because the 80s is lit. It's always been one of my favorite comfort decades. So much baddies there too. Let's go to the 70s. Let's go to the 60s, 50s. Let's go to the 40s, even though I know we had our problems, right? But the women are bad, man. And the times is lit. Women are amazing, beautiful, right? But sometimes, of course, obviously because I'm here and now, I get pulled into the stuff that's going on now. That happened all to me last year. But one of the things that caught my attention in this year, because what the hell is going on in 2025 already? Like we're like what, 8 days in, a week in, and it's already better than the other years of this decade, but it's also already weird and trash at the same time, if you get what I'm saying. Like times is always gonna be bad, but it's already better than before. How's that possible? It's better than 2022 because that year was trash. It's better than 2023 because that year was terrible, and that's better than 2024 because last year was trash. But it's still not better than 2021. 2021 was still the best year of this decade. And 2020 was lit too, even though it was put us in this trash, but whatever. Yesterday, I was watching Solluminati. And Solluminati had uploaded a new video with like his Roblox and like Flight. But what caught my attention was Flight. And he said Flight had evolved in the title. So I was like, Flight evolved? Flight evolving is like saying, what do I even compare that to? That's different. That's like saying that's like saying that we have the ability to time travel. Like all of a sudden now we can time travel. Like it's out of the norm now. Like that's lit. Like, so I was watching his video and bro, the music actually sound good. Like all disrespect to the new rappers because this shit's trash. Music after COVID is terrible, right? But music has been trash and watered down worse because of TikTok. And we in a time right now where I don't even think we can get back to how it used to be. So that's why I've been sticking with my old playlists. I got a 2017 playlist. I got a 2010s playlist, right? I got a 90s playlist. I got 80s. I got 70s. I got soul playlists. I got music that you play when you're thinking about a thought in the 80s, in the 90s, right? I got some soul hit music. I got playlists for every mood, right? I get creative sometimes. And immediately when this year started, I went straight into that. I was like, hell no, I'm not listening to nothing now. I'm going straight back to my 90s playlist. And Flight was brought to my attention. That's the first song I've listened to. Well, second, because I'm gonna tell you about the first one that I heard accidentally. That's the second song that I heard of the year that's like now. You know what I'm saying? It was insane. Like, it was actually better than the new rappers because look, Drake and Lil Baby fell off and Lil Baby's not beating those allegations. I'm gonna tell you why. The first song that I heard of this year, like I said like 30 seconds ago, was Lil Baby's new song. That shit was terrible. I went to TikTok because I had like I wanted to see something. I had like a question. I was like, let me see how you can fix this for me. How y'all do this? Because YouTube be giving me ads. TikTok is straight to the point. You know what I'm talking about. But they playing Lil Baby on my For You like I wanted to hear that. I didn't ask for that. What are you doing? And this shit was trash. I was like, this thing. Like, after he dropped the 2022 album, because that was atrocious. That was terrible. That was like one long mid-song, right? It got worse. What happened to the little... Like, ever since he went to the all-white party, he changed. I don't know. Let me clone it. That's tough. Look. Like, I'm purposely trying not to listen to any new music that came out now, and accidentally Lil Baby was brought to my attention, proved my point. And then Flight was brought to my attention. But he's actually tough. Like, it actually sounds better. And then when you're watching the video, and at the end of the song, he slowed it down. It hit the soul for a second. I was like, it was better than a lot of things that I heard. It even had Soul questioning this. Soul was re-singing his lyrics. And I'm about to go on a little rant, so just stick with me, right? Because I'm about to name some trash that I've been seeing. Y'all saw the bird flu out in Louisiana, right? Well, all over the country, but it caught its first case in Louisiana. When I say case, I mean like that. You know what I'm saying, bro? What? We already went through this. We already went through the pandemic in 2020 because that changed this whole world into why we're in this trash. Feeling like we're in a whole nother alternate timeline. We might be in an alternate timeline, who knows? But we already went through this. So, hold on. We already go through 5 years of trash. Then we reached the middle ground in this decade, right? The middle ground. And then we're in another shift again. There's an earthquake in Tibet that had unalived 100 people. But the weird thing is, right? You can still feel that we're in dark times, but the mood is a little bit less darker now that that shooter Biden is out of office. Like, realistically, the year still feels trash, but it feels better than how it felt last year and the year before, if you get what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know. Some people may not feel it, but I do. It feels like I had a moment earlier, like last week, and I was just staring outside my window, and I was like, wait, this actually feels nice. Like, I haven't felt like that since like 2019. Like realistically, it was almost like, did I time travel for a second at this day and age? And this is another reason why I be taking mad breaks off social media, because every time I log on to social media, you see something that you don't need to see. Like when you go to Twitter, it turned from Twitter to X to XXX. But people was also talking about, why isn't Twitter getting banned? Well, Twitter not getting banned because it's owned by American territory. But again, that's all besides the point. Twitter is trash now. You go in there, you automatically see thoughts. I know, it's like, look, we love the thoughts and the hoes, but y'all be taking over niggas' lives on that app. Niggas be looking like Sims in the comment section on their knees. I'm like, what you doing? Every time you go on that app, you see XXX when you don't need to see it. But that's all y'all can do. That's all y'all can offer. And y'all all got BBLs. Look, the Gen Beta kids, the kids that's born this year, they about to grow up and see robots, and they about to see, even the Congress themselves about to have BBLs. Like, they're going to grow up with, like, everybody's about to have plastic in them. Like, we in a time right now where everybody is literally out of the norm. That transhumanism shit is real. Like, come on, man. Y'all about to see robots walking around like Tony Stark. And then y'all about to see everybody in y'all school with BBLs. Even 12-year-olds about to have BBLs now. Like, what's going on? Like, this shit is disgusting. And then, right? Like, Solluminati had brought Flight to my attention, but it actually sounds listenable and acceptable. It's bringing tears of joy to my eye. It brought tears of joy to my eye yesterday. I feel like a proud dad. I feel like my son finally grew up. I felt like he beat the bullying allegations. I felt like he stood up against the bullies, pulled some hoes. I felt like he matured, you know what I'm saying? I felt like a proud dad. His overall went from an F+ to an A+. How is he better than Drake? That's tough. You better than Drake and Kendrick? Lil Baby? Playboy Cardi? That's tough. You know what I'm saying? Damn. And then, all of a sudden, right? I hear, like I'm shell-shocked. And I don't use the word shell-shocked that often, but I felt like I was glitching. Like I felt like something was different. I was like, is this, what's going on? It reminded me of that episode when Patrick just turned smart out of nowhere. And I feel like we're in an alternate reality, for real. We're in an alternate reality. Then, you heard about those wildfires that's going on in California, right? 30,000 people had to evacuate. Like, what's going on? Are you serious? Again? Like, we already went through this 5 years ago with the pandemic. What next? A major celebrity's about to pass away? Like, what's going on? The same virus? A virus is back? The same layout is happening, the same order, the template. I don't know. Then I'm hearing something about Canada's about to become the 51st state. No, what are you doing? What? Yeah, I don't know. Then I'm hearing something about the CEO of, or not a CEO, the creator of Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary, however you say his name. Now he talking about he want to buy TikTok. What you doing? Talking about some protecting some social right or having fun and saving and protecting your data and all types of shit like that. And I'm like, yo, what? Like, there's mad people who had the chance of buying TikTok. Zuckerberg, Musk, Sean Carter. There's mad billionaires who could have bought TikTok who literally didn't plan to buy TikTok. And now all of a sudden you want to buy it. So you telling me when Trump paused it, he was like, pause the ban. To wait for some random ass billionaire to say, hey, let's keep this app so we can poison our kids. No, what are you doing? Like, all of a sudden you want to keep that? No, we don't need TikTok. We already had it for mad years. We already had our fun. Now we can enter a new era. Maybe even avoid music from getting poisoned anymore because music fell off because of TikTok. All of a sudden now you want to bring that shit back? What you doing? Come on, man. See? That's the second thing that I saw today. This is why I be taking breaks off social media, because I know I'm gonna see something that pisses me off. Like, we don't need TikTok. I don't be on Instagram. Like, sometimes I delete Instagram for like a week. Sometimes I just don't be on it, or I just delete TikTok, or I delete both. Sometimes I just be on YouTube and Google. Google to look at the baddies from like 30, 40 years ago, and YouTube just to watch some old cool stuff. Look, I even got a Pinterest. I know. You hate TikTok, but you got a Pinterest. So what? Pinterest got all the baddies on that shit. I got a whole pin of just straight baddies from the 50s and 60s and 70s. Come on. Bear with me on this one, okay? But now all of a sudden, this random billionaire want to talk about some buying TikTok for what? It's protect our data and have some fun with it. No. No,